We're back on the Morning Brew with our next guest, Stacy Sacco, who is a distinguished professor over at the UNM Anderson School of Management. And I must tell you, in college, I never had a professor bring wine to a class, but Professor,
the 21 and older.
Take your class.
21 and older.
All right, it's only juniors and seniors.
That's
right?
it.
Okay.
Graduate school.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to see you, Stacy.
Good to see you. Good morning.
Yeah, thank
Happy
you.
Monday.
Happy Monday.
Happy
Now,
Monday.
In the new year, a lot of people are off to their New Year resolutions. Let's get to know people, and
Yes.
you're the person to know for networking.
Absolutely.
And we have a lot of fun wine tasting networking events.
Yeah, you know, each week I'm trying to bring in different aspects of networking. One of the more fun ones is to go to a wine tasting event. We have over 50 wineries here in the state, and so they have wine tastings at their locations. Mm-hmm. But then there are other places. A lot of restaurants have wine tasting. You also have some fundraising events, like the Opera Southwest has one at Total Wine this next Friday.
Oh.
And Total Wine has been doing that now for nonprofits. You can have a fundraising event, and they'll have wine tasting. But, you know, they have that little classroom in the back over at Cottonwood Mall, so that's really fun. But the next one's coming up that I thought I'd let you guys know about. There's 4 or 5 that are the next couple months. And one in particular is the Wine and Dine Wednesdays. I don't know if you've been to that at Scallo's.
I haven't.
It's been a while, but that's a great event.
That's a great event. And a lot of them pair food because, of course, we want to be responsible drinkers.
Certainly.
And, of course, I need to say, too, that we should always have a designated driver with every one of our designated drinkers.
Or get a taxi.
Or get a taxi. There's lots of opportunities. The other one that was really fun, I didn't realize, was Casa Rondeña has yoga and wine. Have you ever been to that?
No, I've never heard of that.
Yoga and wine. You want to loosen up and do your bending. That's the way to start.
You know, my wife and I belong to the wine club out there at Casa
Oh, the
Rondeña.
1629?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's a neat networking event, too. I meet all kinds of new, interesting people there.
Right.
And it's a neat way to meet people, too.
You know, the rules that we talked about before about sort of a process where you meet people is, you know, go with a goal, and all that still applies. I think the only difference is with these is that you need to be careful and not drink too much because, you know, where's the filter? you can
exactly. You got to remember you're kind of at work because
still
you're representing who you are.
You still are.
Right.
You still are. So, yoga and wine, I'm not sure if that's still at work. But anyways, as if you're
Sounds
working.
fun anyway.
I don't know. I'm liking it.
Cool.
Then there's another Wednesday Wine and Dine at Prairie Star Restaurant over in
That's
the
a nice restaurant.
Very
north end of town. And that's wonderful. They have wonderful food. Bi-monthly wine tastings at Savoy. I don't know if you've been to any of those.
Yeah.
They
With
have
Kevin
that
and
special
Keith.
room there, too.
They have that special room. And then really one of my favorites is Myra Gaddis has the Slade Street Cafe, and she has, I always thought it was a Tuesday, Thursday, but it's actually Thursday, Tuesday. So the last Thursday of the month, they have 3 different wines you get to try, and then the following Tuesday they repeat what they did that Thursday.
Nice.
But it's up in the loft, so it's upstairs.
Yeah.
And
It's
that
a really
one's
nice area.
It's really fun up there, yeah. And it's great
I
to
haven't been
meet
up there. I
folks.
have to try that.
The other thing I brought, and I will have all of this on NM Netlinks, is the about 30 different festivals that go on. Of course, there's the Bernalillo Wine Festival. One of my favorites is at Los Golondrinas, the Santa Fe Wine Festival. So those are another place you could network. And so there's an opportunity to do that at those.
So
and
you're saying we can network at these wine festivals?
and you could network at these wine festivals.
Now, I've been to some of these events.
You haven't done that?
No, I've been to some of these events.
You're just
and there
tasting.
are people there that I'm like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe she's drinking so much here. And people let loose at those things.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet you can't get through halfway into that room or that field or wherever it is that you don't know 10 people.
And that's why I don't drink more than 2 glasses. I don't like, hey!
Yeah. But the wine festivals are another place. And there's so many in the state, and a lot right here, right in this area. You know, in fact, another way to do this is you could have an event at a winery.
Indeed, you can.
For example, the Greater Sandoval County Chamber every October has a wine event up at Anasazi Fields Winery, which I brought some of the wine from there, one for each of you. And that's up in nearby Placitas, and Placitas, the old village of Placitas.
Nice.
And or historic village. And then the Young Professionals of Albuquerque. I think we met at that one. That was up at the Casa
I
Rondeña.
remember. Yep.
And the Rio Rancho Chamber has their leadership, leadership Sandoval County, and they'd generally be up at Casa Brill and some of the other wineries. So there's always something associated with wine in the state. And I don't think people realize the first wine that was ever sort of made in the United States was right down here in Seneca or near Socorro.
Yeah.
Really?
So this is the beginning
ground
of wine
zero
for the
of
United
wine,
States.
Yeah,
Yeah.
indeed.
Yeah. And
Yes.
What about New Mexico NetLinks? You still have new jobs up? You
Yep,
posted
New
those
Mexico
about it.
NetLinks. We've got it on the screen. It's a wonderful portal for information about jobs. Generally, they're focused on marketing, but I also have a directory of all the professional associations. There's a site at the bottom, or a list at the bottom. It's called a list of things to do for people with discerning tastes, and that's where the wine
Beautiful.
make sure you
calendar is.
subscribe.
Thanks
So
for
make sure you
bringing the wine,
subscribe.
Stacy.
Delighted to be here.
so much.
Yeah, what time is it?
Well, it's time for wine.
Yeah, okay.
It's we'll be back with more on the Morning Brew in just a sec here. Stacy Sacco with this.
Thank you.